As you can tell, I've been working on this city for the past 6 years. I found this picture on my Nintendo Switch of the first house I ever built, and it's from all the way from 2018, which is kind of nuts. And that's why I'm going to tell you how the city has gone from this to this in the past 6 years. But first, we have to go back to when I first started this city. Back in the time when my building skills were like this and my Minecraft skin was this.
What the heck?
If you have watched my first video, if you haven't, don't. You may remember that I had some kind of city back then. Well, you might think that that world is the same world. Well, that world is actually gone. Please put an 07 in the comments. I think when Minecraft updated it, it deleted my world. After my old city got deleted, I didn't really have any other worlds. I mean, I did have a build battle world, but that's been lost to time as well. Then one day I thought, what if I just put all my builds in one world? So then I loaded up Minecraft and pressed the create button. Honestly, for a first house, it's not actually that bad. This over here was supposed to be a fire station. And you can see from these 3 builds, you can see how much my builds have progressed since then. Then I got to work on quote-unquote modern houses. They're really just glass boxes. Then I built a police station and a church that's literally a box as well. An amazing castle with a Millennium Falcon on top of it. Don't ask, I don't know what I was thinking either. Then I built some other little small builds. But then after that, I built my first ever skyscraper. I would barely even consider it a skyscraper anymore. Wait, I actually have a house taller than the skyscraper. This is the most ironic thing ever. And after that, I got to work on building more builds. So yeah, I built another house, a police station, and a quick trip. Remember quick trip for later in the video. And I also find it really funny that I would stretch the logo's names onto the side of the building. I mean, I could have easily just optimized it. But you never know, I was 6 years younger. Then I got to work on a school, which, look, I don't know what this is either. I also built water towers and windmills to save the turtles. And guess what? They're actually full of water. Unlike some future builds that you see later in the video. And you might be wondering why there's a black line going around the town. Well, that's the border of my country. I would basically make a border and so that I can't build past it. And if I wanted to get more land, I would have to buy it. But it was more of just getting diamonds out of your inventory and throwing it into lava. But I don't do this anymore because creative mode is fun. Yeah, I literally built a vault just to put diamonds from creative mode in there.
Bruh.
Then I continued to build more stuff, and then I got to this build. This is supposed to be the White House. Yeah, this is probably one of the ugliest builds I've ever built. But don't worry, I do build 2 better White Houses that I'll show you later in the video. Then I got to work on a pretty decent looking modern house. And by decent, I mean good for 6 years ago. And then I built a movie theater. Alright, I think this is the right theater.
Whatever you say.
I'm really excited for this movie. I heard it's gonna be great.
Yeah, I'm excited. Oh, by the way, what's the movie called?
Thick of It.
What?
This movie is so good, right?
I don't like it! No!
And then I built a graveyard. And here you go, Beacon.
What the freak?
And I built a theme park, a school, a McDonald's, and some other buildings. And then I started building a neighborhood. So yeah, I finished the neighborhood. And this house behind me was actually used in my video called The Fireman from 4 years ago. And you see this modern house behind me. You guys probably think this build looks pretty good for 6 years ago. Well, that was actually from a tutorial. This was around the time when I discovered YouTube tutorials, and honestly, I need those tutorials. I mean, look at this. What is this? But at least I didn't use a tutorial for the inside. I did this myself. And look, there's a chessboard. Not the flex, but I have a 1300 rating on chess.com. Here are all the tutorial houses that I built so far. Trust me, there's more, sadly. This is probably my favorite house that I built in this neighborhood that isn't a tutorial. Then I got to work on more houses that were from tutorials, which I think they look great, but I wish I kind of just built my own thing instead of going off a tutorial. Even though the tutorial houses are probably gonna be better. And I also found this villager in a Lamborghini, which is kind of funny. Bro's rich. Then I built this like magical tree thing. Sorry, Escal, but this tree is definitely way better than your mega tree. Definitely. And then I blew up a hole in the ground for some reason. And then I built this giant mansion on top of this mountain. And guess what? It's from a tutorial as well. Well, actually only like the first floor was from tutorial. The second floor, I kind of just did it my own way. And as you can tell, my past self was a really good interior decorator. I mean, look at this. It's amazing. Wait, pause the video for a second. If you guys do like this video so far, please consider liking and subscribing. I work really hard on these videos. So liking and subscribing will help this video get out to more people. And yeah, that would be awesome. Anyway, back to the video. And then me and my cousin Daniel built this modern house up here. I built this side and he built the other side. And Daniel, if you're watching this, hi. And honestly, even today, it actually doesn't look that bad. Then we built a beautiful bedrock house for his brother. And then his sister also built this house, which is right behind ours. And I also find it funny how I just didn't care about the train. We just made a giant grass, yeah. And then past the house, there's a ton of random stuff that I built. Like a waterfall that looks terrible. A bridge, a house that actually still looks kind of decent. A fire station, 3 different motels, and a tree house. I don't even know what's inside this treehouse anymore, so let's just go inside. Alright, what? Why are there shulker boxes and an anvil? Okay, I don't even know. Okay, there's nothing on this floor. Nothing on this floor as well. I guess I was very creative back then. Okay, let's see what's up here. Oh, it's just like a bunch of branches. Okay, I understand now. Well, this is not what I was expecting. And then after the neighborhood, I got to work on a lot of stores. Yeah, I built like 100 different stores in this one world. And this one build behind me is actually the mall of my city. And it took quite a while to build, but I like how it looks still. But I actually don't know how many stores there are exactly, so let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and finally 98 in this one area. Now I'm going to show you the highlights of this area because there's a lot of terrible builds. A lot. Believe it or not, this is supposed to be an IHOP. This build behind me is actually a library. Obviously I would tweak some stuff, but today it doesn't look actually that bad. And this is a cool Lamborghini store that my friend EJ made. You might recognize EJ from the Don't Die series. Oh! Wait, did you actually die?
I did.
R.I.P. Then I built the... Hopefully I don't get copyright claimed after that, but I'm used to it. Help me. I also built a build mart, but this might sound familiar. This actually was inspired from NCC, Minecraft Championships. And yeah, I decided to make my own store called Build Mart. And I decided to build a chess tournament building because around that time I won my own chess tournament. Again, another flex on my rating on chess.com. A Toys R Us, RIP. And then I built a super Target, which is the second biggest store in this area, only behind the mall. Because there's so many items, yeah, the FPS isn't that great. But overall, the build actually looks kind of decent. And then I built the Among Us spaceship. I'm not even kidding. And it has every single room from the actual game inside it. I'm safe. Phew. What the? I also built a jewelry store. Honestly, this isn't that great of a build, but I want to show this off because of one of my old videos called Officer Joe Saves the Day.
Let's go look if that's him.
Don't watch it. And then I started downtown. I got this from a tutorial as well.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get it.
Yup, I literally found the original tutorial video. And then I left it unfinished for like a year because I got bored.
Bruh.
Yup, I have that goldfish attention span. And then I built a couple more skyscrapers. Yup, I think I literally built Bill Cipher. This is probably one of the goofiest builds I've ever built in my city. Yeah, I pretty much just built a glass pyramid with some random buildings inside. I don't really know. And I also built the Space Needle, which is an actual building from Seattle, I think. And EJ also built Spider-Man hanging off of this building. And then I built this thingy-majig from China. I probably offended so many people of calling it a thingy-majig. And then I built a miniature Eiffel Tower. And then my own Statue of Liberty. This actually used to be made of green terracotta, but then I changed it to copper when copper came out in Minecraft. These aren't the greatest builds, but there's gonna be a lot better builds coming up in a couple minutes. Anyway, montage time. Don't ask me what I was thinking while building this. Just don't ask. And then I built my second version of the White House. At least it actually looks similar compared to the other one. But don't worry, there's gonna be a third one that I'm gonna build that looks a lot better than the other two. And then below the White House, I have a giant map of my entire city. And the date for it is July 15th, 2020. So this was like 4 years ago. And then I have another map that I made 3 years later. But I can't show you it yet because it would spoil the video. I also built the Empire State Building that looks terrible, but I also built another better one later in the video. I also built a dragon on top of Big Ben. I also built the Burj Khalifa, which is the tallest tower in real life. And Among Us? Well, this Among Us actually used to be King Kong, but me and my friend Zach actually changed it out when it was 2020. You know, the Among Us era. And then I built the Pentagon. Don't ask why there's smoke coming out of the front of it. And then I made my Minecraft city tour.
Hello guys, and today I'm gonna tour you around my city. My city is really big, so I really want to show you guys it all.
And then I got to work on a neighborhood. You're right, another one. But this one's better. So yeah, I learned how to build modern houses. Well, after a couple tutorials. And why is this llama so close to me? So I started out this neighborhood of using tutorials, but then I started making my own modern houses. And this is around the time when I stopped using tutorials, which I finally, oh my gosh, I'm sick of talking about tutorials. And if you guys ever want me to do my own tutorial on how I built this modern house behind me, just like the video and comment.
And I also built this really cool mansion behind me that I actually got from one of my Minecraft build books from years ago. And then me and my cousin did a house build battle. I built this one and he built the other one. And I think you can tell who won.
So yeah, I think this neighborhood turned out pretty good. I mean, we have a water park, a mansion, but what's that you see in the distance?
It's a giant hospital. That was on a tutorial. I can't anymore. Oh my gosh. And then in the summer of 2023, I built this neighborhood behind the hospital. And honestly, I think the houses look pretty good. And this yellow house right here was actually used for a YouTube short of mine. This house right here was actually built by Level Zero, so shout outs to him. And then this bridge was actually built by the Cartoon Finder, so shout outs to him as well. So basically, you're supposed to cross this bridge to reach a castle. I probably do need to build a castle soon. And then Mr. Snackalot built this pretty cool house. Basically, if you step on these pressure plates, you get teleported inside, and it's a lot bigger on the inside. So yeah, I think this neighborhood is actually better than the modern house neighborhood. And then I started working on a military base. So yeah, I think the military base turned out pretty good. And in the military base, there's a tank factory, an airplane factory, and a cannon factory. And as you can tell from the past couple of clips, I have nuclear weapons. I got 12 missiles and one fat one. I also got some TNT. I got the Tsar Bomb, Hiroshima. I also built a launch site for this. Bloop. And then I built a giant statue of me holding a... I think you can tell that is. If I say it out loud, this video will get demonetized. No! So if I ever become president, you're getting nuclear bombs and giant statues of me.
Called fake news. Called fake news.
And EJ built this airplane and this giant statue of himself. Familiar. But it actually looks pretty good. Well, mine's utter garbage. Why is my skin orange? And then I built TIE fighters and X-Wings fighting. I don't know why. I thought this was a good idea back then. And then I built a giant bridge, which I honestly, today, I think it still looks pretty good. Overall, the military base looks a little bit outdated, but I'm fine with it. It's fine. And then I got to work on a lot more skyscrapers. A lot. Yeah, I went crazy and built 32 more skyscrapers. And the reason why I had so much time to build these skyscrapers is because we're on a road trip. So I couldn't even have touched grass if I wanted to. And specifically on that road trip, we were heading to Disney World. You might be like, why is this relevant? Well, we went through St. Louis to get to Disney World. And you might know what's in St. Louis. The St. Louis Arch. Definitely not me foreshadowing. Definitely not. I also found this clip of when we were on the road trip.
I've made this one, which is like really geometric, and I've made another one. Also made this one. This one is like the most recent one I've finished.
Anyway, here are some of the highlights of the city. Right here is a giant Lego tower. Look, I was running out of ideas. Don't judge me. And we got Microsoft HQ. And since Minecraft is owned by Microsoft, I made sure to add a giant grass block. And this is one of my favorite skyscrapers of this time. And then here I built a giant Nintendo Wii for Nintendo HQ, plugged into an NES. Look, I think it was pretty cool. And I also built this pretty cool orange looking tower with a bunch of plants. And if each skyscraper took around 2 hours, this is just an average, then the whole time to build all these skyscrapers would be 64 hours. That's actually insane. And then I proceeded to build the Empire State Building, which I think it looks sick. I also made a video about building the Empire State Building, so link in the description if you want to watch that. And then I made this video. Yeah, I built the St. Louis Arch. And this was built 2 years ago. That makes me feel old, oh my gosh. And at that time I used a Star Wars skin, so let's get into that skin. Now this is nostalgic. I think the arch still looks pretty good today, but I obviously got the proportions wrong with like the width of the arch. And then I built some buildings that weren't skyscrapers. I know, surprising. I built a McDonald's. Why do I keep finding myself building McDonald's? Please trust me, I do not have an obsession. And then I built an airplane house, a neighborhood, a police station, and an airport. And then I started building the Golden Gate Bridge. Yeah, I never actually finished it.
What's wrong with you?
And then across the bridge, I started adding a couple buildings. Like this build right here is a hotel that I never did the interior for.
Bruh.
And then over here is just a parking lot. I don't know. And then another McDonald's. And then I started building like a little mansion, but I never finished it. And then 100 blocks from all this mayhem, you can find a village. Me and my dad actually built this probably back in 2019. I think. I actually don't know for sure. All these builds I just showed you were built in 2021, besides the village. And in October 2021, I started a build project. 100 Minecraft days in creative mode. Yeah, I decided to start a new city and do 100 Minecraft days in creative mode. Because it was probably the biggest Minecraft trend I've ever seen.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get it.
So yeah, this 100 Minecraft day video took attention away from my normal city. But then after when I'm done, I get back to my city. Right? Yup, this road map took 2 months to build. I'm not even kidding. Then I got back into building my city. Yeah, I started doing other Minecraft build projects that weren't in my city. So yeah, I didn't really make that much progress in 2022. But I did start in a small neighborhood, so let's get into that. Yeah, I think this neighborhood's pretty decent, but it also has a weird style that has modern houses and just average looking houses in the same neighborhood. And Mr. Snackle and Adley also built some houses too. These are Mr. Snackalots and here are Adley's. And this is probably one of my favorite houses in my entire city. I mean, it looks awesome, I love it. And it was also featured in Jazzy Juice in Minecraft, so if you haven't seen that, check that out. And I built another set of the Twin Towers, this time with no smoke. And then I started working on an airport. So yeah, I think the planes in this airport look pretty good, but I never actually finished the building. Yeah, it's literally just a glass wall with nothing behind it.
Bruh.
So if you ever want me to finish it, tell me in the comments. And around this time, I stopped using this skin, and I started using the skin that I still use today. And then me, my siblings, and EJ built this modern house. This house actually still looks pretty good, even for today's standards. And this house has some pretty cool stuff. Like a sliding door that EJ made. I think it's pretty cool. There's also a tree house. So if you're wondering why there's a giant bush on the house in the montage, this is why. And we also built a basketball court. Well. We also got a water slide, ping pong tables, a soccer field, a dance floor, and a pool. And then we built a giant American flag behind the modern house. Because we love America. And then I built some little buildings behind the modern house. And then for the finale of 2022, I built the 3 mobs for the mob vote.
I think these builds turned out really well, and honestly, out of all these three, I'm gonna vote the Sniffer. I think the Sniffer is the coolest, and they also said they're gonna add new plants to Minecraft.
It's kind of weird looking back on that clip, knowing that sniffers are in Minecraft as well as the new plants. And the voice change is kind of crazy.
Hello guys, today we're gonna be starting a new
Today I'm going to be trying to make the United States map for memory.
Today I'm building the biggest Minecraft house ever built. And this is... Yeah, I'm not sure what happened. And then 2023 started, which was probably my worst year in ever building this city. And it's all because of this. Yeah, this was the year when I grew from 1,000 subscribers to 10,000 subscribers. And also the year when I started uploading a lot more. Which meant I was distracted more. Which meant less progress on the city. But I did start a new style of skyscrapers. So here they are. Basically, if you want to build your own version of these skyscrapers, make the first floor bricks, then make a stripped wood floor, structure block that floor, keep copying it until you get to the top, and then, yeah, that's basically how you make them. And honestly, I really like this style of skyscraper. It's different from my other skyscrapers, and yeah, I think it looks pretty cool. And remember when I said this? But don't worry, I do build 2 better White Houses that I'll show you later in the video. Yup, I built my 3rd version of the White House, and it looks way better than the other 2. But sadly, I didn't build it in my city. What was I thinking? If there's any way to copy builds from one world to another, please tell me in the comments. I would love to know. And then I made my 2nd city tour video.
Hello guys, today I'm going to be touring around my city. That's actually my most recent skyscraper with this new style I decided to make with like stripped wood going all the way up. And I literally built these 2 a couple of days ago. And over here, we have a construction site. So basically the story of this is that my little brother Judo wanted to make a skyscraper, then he never finished it. So I decided to make this into a construction site. I thought it would be cool. And there's a crane. Down here, we got the excavator. You may have saw I did a community post about, do you guys like the excavator that I built? Yeah, that's this one. And then we also got like a truck here with a bunch of dirt in it.
And then I made my 2nd map for my city. And as you can tell, you can see that there's a lot more skyscraper growth at like the top area compared to like the first map. And then after this, I started working on the up house.
My taste in music is so garbage. Something else that I have Air Jordan shoes. Let me show you something. Look at this cool kit.
Yup, I built the up house. And from the construction site, the up house, and Paradise Falls, this build took around 17 hours to build. Yeah, that long. And I don't have rolled edit, so Paradise Falls I completely built by hand. Yeah, Bedrock Edition sucks. And then I found this picture of a skyscraper and decided to build it, along with a couple other skyscrapers. Honestly, these are probably my favorite skyscrapers in the city. Like, they look the most new and most modern, and I really like the arch skyscraper. And then I built a desert pyramid for some reason. I'm not really sure why I built this pyramid in its city, but I'll probably move it to a desert maybe sometime in the future. Basically, my goal was to transform a desert temple. I basically just made it way bigger and better looking, I guess. And then I made my YouTube rewind, and that was it for 2023. That year wasn't really that big of a year for my city because I was distracted a lot on other stuff. But 2024, this is when I start getting back into it. For the first half of the year, I didn't really make much progress because, well, you know. But when it's the second half of the year, this is when I start building again. And it's basically the present now. It's day 9,924, and I'm right now building Freddy Fazbear's. And then I started building some skyscrapers. Yup, I just built 3 big skyscrapers and whatever this thing is. As you can tell over time, I've been progressively getting better and better at building skyscrapers, and I think you can tell the difference between my first one and now. And then I started building this skyscraper. I have no idea what it's called. All I know is that it's from China. And the time lapse didn't save, so I'm just gonna destroy it and then use a structure block to make it look like I'm building it. Bruh. Oh my gosh, guys, look, I'm building it. Oh my goodness, I'm building it. Yeah, like, look, I'm building it. This is probably one of my favorite skyscrapers in my entire city. I love it. So I got all these skyscrapers done, and it's day 9,971. We're literally 29 days away from day 10,000, which is kind of crazy. So we have to have one big final project, and that's why we're building a sports stadium. So me and EJ started making a giant plane to build the stadium on, but then, as you can see, I'm just in the center there doing nothing, and that's because... Yup, I got sick. Well, it wasn't actually a sickness, it was an allergic reaction to dairy. Basically, I told EJ, I was like, I'm feeling really dizzy, so I just decided to mute up and lay on my bed, and then I don't need to tell you what happened next. And then the next day started and I joined the world. Because the world is 6 years old, I can see that there's a ton of terrain glitches. Like, look, there's already snow in a birch biome. What? This looks so weird. And do you guys remember when I said this? So yeah, I built another house, a police station, and a quick trip. Remember quick trip for later in the video. Well, EJ decided to build a quick trip. And then I decided to let my subscribers build in my city. What could possibly go wrong? I hope you guys build good stuff. Yeah, if you guys build bad stuff, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I probably have to keep it here. That does not seem right. Am I being dumb? Subville? Yeah, that's a better name. Subville. Wait, I know exactly what you're building, PGG. You love me? Thank you, I guess. Yes, thank you. Hey, bro, don't make it like that. Don't make it like that. Oh, this is nice. Oh, wait, is this your meme city? What is this? Is this like goof? Is this like nerd Beacon? Is this like Beacon but wearing glasses? Oh, wait, that's your skin. Oh, wait, I just realized. Oh my gosh, wait, this is nuts. Dude, this is actually so good, PGG. I love this. Dude, there's no way. Jedi Jazzy Juice. Yes, I would drink that. Dude, it's a crab. Dude, they should have won. I don't know why the armadillo won, honestly.
The winning mob for the 2023 Minecraft Live mob vote is the armadillo.
Okay, I think I already know what this is, Jagged. Is this, chocolate ice cream? We got Smurf Cat, miniature version of Smurf Cat, and we got...
Is this Freddy Fazbear?
Wait, is this Mr. Beast?
Mr. Beast!
Hi, it's me, Mr. Beast. And if you make me mad, I will CGI you out of my video. And I will give my employees money instead of you. And won't turn off the lights when you sleep. Kinda true, not gonna lie. Another Bill Cipher build. This is amazing. Oh my gosh. Yeah, dude, that's so cool. You added O on the top. This is great. Yeah, everyone built some pretty good stuff, I would say. And it seems like half the people that built Bill Cipher. And that's not even a joke. And now we're really close to getting to 10,000 days. So, let's finally start on the stadium. I'm really happy with how this is looking so far. So basically there's 7 days left. I'm gonna have to finish the parking lot and the stadium inside. I hope I can get this done before 10,000. So I have 5 days left. There is no way I'm gonna get this done in time, so I gotta get some people to help me. But first I gotta show EJ what I built so far.
Holy shoot, bro.
And then I didn't do anything for 3 months because I was editing this video. These take a long time to make. But then we started again. $10,000. Wow. Oh my gosh. This has probably been the craziest build I've ever done ever. I didn't actually completely finish the stadium, but I was running out of time, so I just had to get as much as I can done. Anyway, let's rewind for a second. This has been probably the craziest video I've ever made. And it's taken like 3 months to make, so please subscribe. Like, oh my gosh.